Hi, welcome to Go with Yin Yoga. I'm Judy. Today we're going to be talking about the wood element. And this is not an actual Yin Yoga practice, but I am going to give you some action steps to take for the wood element. And if you stay to the end, there will also be linked up some longer traditional Yin Yoga wood element practices. I have a lot to get through, and I'll be glancing at my whiteboard so I don't miss anything I wanted to share with you. This isn't an overview. It's not a deep dive. I call them little mini master classes. And of course, I am not a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner or expert. So take from it what you will. I have been studying it for a while, and I'm actually doing a deeper dive into it in the next few years. But still, not a TCM doctor. Okay, wood element. I wanted to share this quote with you, and it is from a book called Wood Becomes Water. And it says, the source of creative ideas lie in water. The actions that bring them into being belongs to wood. So in other words, we get a lot of creativity from resting and going deeply within during the water element season, which is the season of winter. But we can bring them into reality during the wood element, which is spring. So that's one of the first points I wanted to tell you, that wood element is associated with spring. There are two organs that are associated with the wood element, and that is your gallbladder, which is the yang organ, more active organ, and the liver, which is the yin organ, which is the more passive. I'm not sure passive is quite the right word for liver, because liver does a ton of stuff for your body. Each organ in TCM is associated with a particular 2-hour time within 24 hours. Gallbladder is associated with 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. and liver is associated with 1 to 3 a.m. So if you find yourself waking up between 11 and 1, maybe your gallbladder needs a little attention. If you find yourself waking up between 1 and 3, maybe your liver needs a little attention. So those are always good things to know. Easy to look up. You can always have it in this vlog, but you can also look it up. When we are in balance, when your liver and gallbladder are in balance, emotions you are most likely to encounter are anger, frustration, irritability, inflexibility, or rigidity. So you don't go with the flow. It's your way or the highway. When it's balanced, you are motivated, you are decisive, you're creative, you are flexible, and you are growing. And that perfectly dials into wood element being associated with the spring season, because obviously spring is a time of great growth after the rest of winter. It's a time of rebirth. Growing can refer to physical growing, and it can refer to emotionally or spiritually growing as well. So the targets for these organs are your outer legs, the outer thighs, the IT band, which runs from your hip all the way down to your knee and is the bane of a lot of runners, myself at one point in time. Your inner thighs, the top and sides of your feet, and your top of your ankle, your groin, and the side of your torso. Again, an oversimplification, but that gives you a little clue into what poses might be associated with gallbladder and liver meridian. We'll get into that a little bit more. So let's stop right now and let's go ahead, I'm going to scooch back a little bit and trace our liver meridian. It starts at the big toe, and it comes up the insides of your legs, and comes out at your hips, comes up the side of the ribs, just underneath your breast, and just literally underneath your breasts. Okay, so that is your liver meridian. And tracing it is a good way to get it flowing. So if you feel for some reason that you're stagnant or you're blocked, tracing your liver meridian might be a good thing to do. If you're doing a spring detox, tracing your liver meridian may help to strengthen your liver meridian as well. Our liver does so much for us. We don't think about it, but it does, what is it they say, over 500 actions in the liver, something like that anyway. Gallbladder starts at the outer corner of the eyes and goes behind the ear down to the shoulder, a little bit back on your scapula. And from there it goes again down your side torso to your outer hips. And then it goes down your outer legs. And it ends with the fourth toe, coming off your fourth toe. So you'll notice when we're talking about liver, we're going inside, inner thighs, yin, in, okay? Gallbladder, we're going outer thighs. And yang tends to be outer. So that's just another little trick to try and remember yin versus yang. Poses, some poses, there are many poses that can be associated with both the gallbladder and the liver meridians. Shoelace. Shoelace is like this, basically. Outer hips, butterfly, inner thighs, groin, a little bit into those hips, and dragon, which I'm not going to demo for you, but it's basically a low lunge. So those are all good poses. There are many others. Like I said, at the end of this talk, I'm going to have linked up for you a short, by Yin standards, wood element practice, and a longer one. So you can choose, and some other things as well. I also have, it should appear about now, I have pose breakdowns for shoelace, for butterfly for sure, for both seated and reclined butterfly. I think I've done dragon as well, but I'm not sure. So now you know a little bit about your liver and your gallbladder meridians and organs, the wood element. What can you do if you feel that you have excess energy in your liver? So livers can be organs can be excessive. They can be deficient. They can be both. Liver tends to be in excess, I think, but again, not a TCM practitioner. But if you're feeling anger, if you're feeling frustration, if you're feeling irritability, if you find yourself becoming very controlling and rigid, chances are you have excess in your liver organ. So what can we do for that? We can flush it. And what does flushing mean? So it's like flushing your pipes in your house, getting the gunk out, strengthening them, getting them flowing again. That's what flushing means. And to accomplish that, you trace your meridian backwards once and then forwards 3 times. So, begin under your breasts. Give them a little movement. Come out to the sides of your body. Go down the sides of your body. And towards your groin, and the inside of your legs, come down your inner thighs and your calves, going down the inside of your feet, and ending off the big toe, and just rub your hands together, shake them off, get rid of any of that stagnant energy you may have picked up. Begin again at the big toe. Come up the sides of your feet, up the inner legs, out of the groin, coming to your side body, coming up to the bottom of your ribcage, ending in front of, or rather under your breasts. That's one. Let's do that again. Big toe, inner feet, inner legs, out of the groin, up the side body, and then coming under your breasts. And giving it a little movement. Last time. Big toe, inner feet, up the inner legs, calves, thighs, out at the groin, up the side torso to about the end of your ribcage, and then under the breasts. And just pause here and notice if you're feeling any sensations in your body. Notice where you feel them. Notice what they feel like. Are they tingling? Is there movement? Just anything that you feel that was different from when you began listening to me and before you did this. Just take a few breaths here. Maybe close your eyes. Feel that anger and that frustration draining out of you. I don't know about you, but I've been kind of frustrated myself lately. We had, after many, many days of rain, we finally had some gorgeous, gorgeous spring weather. And I was still mostly stuck inside because it's very hard to leave Bandit because he gets very, very anxious. Normally my husband is home. By the time you see this, my husband will be home, but he wasn't. And Bandit's very old, so I was feeling kind of stuck myself and frustrated. And I've been working on my wood element in my liver and my gallbladder. Okay, so what else can you do when you feel that anger, that you just feel it coming up? You feel your face getting red, you're about to burst? You can take your fingers and take them about a ½ inch out from your eyelids and just lightly hold. And just breathe. And this is part of what are called the neurovasculars. So they're places on your head that you can hold. Maybe the blood has drained away from. And by holding them, you can get more blood to come back to that area. And try it with me. Close your eyes if it feels comfortable for you. And how do you feel? Light hold. No drilling into our forehead. Do you feel calming? Do you feel some of that frustration draining out? And then let go. Take a moment, see how you feel. Notice if there's been any change. Deep breath in, sighing it out. And the last little bit of calming action for wood element that I'd like to give to you is a pranayama, a breathing technique. It's called 478. Which is descriptive of what you may be doing. Now, make this your own. So, what it is supposed to be is inhale for 4, hold for 7, which can feel like quite a lot, and then exhaling slowly and calmly for 8, which can also feel like a lot. So this may help to strengthen your lungs. It may help to reduce stress and anxiety. And there was one other thing. It will help to oxygenate your blood. In other words, give you more energy. So, as I said, make it your own. So what do I mean by that? Maybe you know you cannot hold your breath for 7 seconds. It's longer than you think it is, right? So maybe you inhale for 3, hold for 6, exhale for 7. Maybe it's even an inhale for 2, and then hold for 5, and exhale for 6. Maybe you do an alternative breathing, and the ones that I'm going to suggest, I think I have videos on both of these. I know I have Brahmari, bumblebee breath, very, very calming. So I definitely have a video that will tell you how to do that. And the other is alternate nostril breathing. Both of those are very balancing, they're very calming, and they are accessible to almost everybody. Okay, so if you'd like, you can join me and get into a comfortable seat. Maybe rock back and forth on your sit bones. You can be laying down too, if that's more comfortable for you. Allow your spine to really lengthen, as if there was a balloon attached to the top of the head, pulling you upright. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause and breathe naturally. Ask yourself, how did that go for you? Do I need to change something? Remember to make that exhale really calm, slow, and relaxed. And let's do that again. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax, breathe normally. How did that round go for you? We're going to do one more round. Again, ask yourself, is there something I need to change? Couldn't hold hold your breath for that long? That's okay. Couldn't exhale for that long? That's okay. Okay, let's go for one more round. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Allow your breath to just be normal. Again, just notice how you feel. I really hope now that you feel a bit calmer than when you sat down to listen to me. A quick recap of everything you learned, and maybe you want to revisit this. So we are in the wood element that is associated with the spring season. It's also associated with the organs of your liver and your gallbladder. And there were specific times that that is their time. You learned about that. You learned about what emotions you might feel if you are balanced. And you learned about what emotions you might feel when you are imbalanced. You learned where the meridians in your body run, a simplified version, because there are internal and external ones for almost every meridian, I think every meridian. You learn how to trace the liver meridian to help strengthen it. You learned what poses are associated with liver and gallbladder and what areas in your body liver and gallbladder target. You learned action steps that you can take when you feel frustration and anger rising. flushing your liver meridian. That's going backwards once, forward 3 times, and I show you how in this video. Calming points, neurovascular calming points. And you practice 4, 7, 8 breathing or another type of breathing if that wasn't accessible to you. And finally, the color associated with wood in spring, gallbladder and liver is green. Makes sense, right? Associated with the spring season. So right about now, you'll be seeing a few links. There is a no-prop Yin Yoga for motivation. I think that one's about 30 minutes. There's a spring equinox practice that is also associated, not too surprisingly, with the wood element. That one's about 50 minutes, and that's a very complete Yin Yoga practice. And there is a motivation meditation that I think is about 12 minutes. So you can add those on and maybe notice, where are you feeling this? Do you feel this in the areas of your body that I talked about? Okay, this has got a little bit longer than I expected. I hope that you enjoyed this talk. I hope that you have the tools you need to make sure that you're putting a lid on your anger when you need to, or calming it down, really. And I appreciate each and every one of you. If you liked this video, please go ahead and click the like button. And if you'd like to practice with me next week, where I will be back with a regular Yin Yoga practice, go ahead and click subscribe and click the bell. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night.